Welcome to Focus on Core Strength. Whether you're looking to have six-pack abs or just be able to stand upright in your daily life, it's important to work the core. So at least once throughout every class that I teach, we work that core. It's helpful for balance. It's helpful for posture. It's helpful for igniting our own inner fire and our will to move forward. So no matter where you are in your yoga practice, what level you're working on, the core is important. Just like you use muscles around the joint and strengthen the muscles around the joint to keep it healthy and mobile, the core has a partner as well. So the spine, if you have any spinal issues, it's really important to keep the core strong to help support the spine. If we kind of let it go, it draws the spine forward and puts pressure. And so we want to keep it strong and lifted. And in that way, it supports posture and balance and all those other things. One other aspect of cultivating that strength in the core is cultivating the energetic lift. So in yoga, we have a tool that we use called a lock in English, or in Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga, it's called a bandha. So if you saw the last focus on, we use pada bandha or feet bandha to help lift us, strengthen the legs and get stronger and lift. This one, Uddiyana bandha, which is at the navel lock, helps us lift up out of gravity as well. So we can strengthen the core, extend the spine, just find space. So energy is kind of like the foundation of everything, muscular energy, everything else. So again, wherever you are in your practice, this is something that can help. So we're going to start with some breathing and some exploration. So I'm going to invite you to place one hand on your low belly and the other on top. We're sitting in mountain, so everything's aligned, shoulders over hips, legs out of hip sockets, knees over ankles. And if you're lounging on the back of the chair, which is kind of what a chair invites somehow, sometimes, I'm going to invite you to sit off the back of the chair. And imagine the chair is not a chair at all. It's just the floor being lifted up to you. And then place one hand on your belly and the other one on top. And you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze, but we're just going to start to breathe deep into our belly, allowing the inhales to expand us, front, back, and sides, and then the exhales to deflate us, pulling into this point. And then inhaling, expanding the belly, and exhaling, releasing. Now, if you notice right away there's stuckness in the breath and you're not able to access that deeper breath, no problem. We'll start someplace else. You can bring hands to heart, gentle, loving pressure on the heart, and breathe into the heart until you can eventually send it down into the belly. You can also purse-lipped breathe to start, and that might be able to help you get into that deeper chamber of the breath. Now, obviously, you're not breathing into the belly, but it's the diaphragm lifting and lowering that helps to open up into the lower lobes of the lungs to expand deeper. So if you're able to, hands to belly, breathing deep, or in between, either hands to heart or breathing through the mouth. But either way, I want you to focus on the exhale. Feeling that contraction in the belly as it pulls in towards your spine. We're going to practice breathing for our purposes here. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And keep that going, slow and controlled. Each exhale, feel the navel pulling in. Okay, release that for a moment and just take a regular breath. Breathing might sound simple. Working with the locks and the breath can be a little like this. Can be a little challenging before you can cultivate holding both at the same time or working with both at the same time. So let's come back in wherever your breath was. Let's bring hand to heart and belly. And then we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then pull that navel up and in a little bit more as you breathe again in through the nose, feeling a breathing, expanding wherever it can go, heart back, and then exhale through the mouth. Release the lock, release the belly. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. As you pull that lock up and in, feel yourself lifting, and then breathe through the heart, through the nose, and then exhale, release it all. One last time, breathe in through your nose, exhale through the mouth, lock, And then breathe in through the nose, expanding into the heart. And now just let everything go. So that is Uddiyana Bandha, or the navel lock. If you found that difficult, I would highly suggest you just work there. That can be big enough to, as I said, kind of master or access the ability to both breathe and hold the navel at the same time. Sometimes our bodies get stuck, and we don't want that, because that's going to, or that could potentially cause congestion and buildup in your energetic field in a way that you don't want to. So some of these practices can be advanced. So start here. If you had any lightheadedness or you felt stuckness, just work with regular breath and then come into using the lock. If the lock felt okay, if you had access to it, we can go a step further and use it in working with physical supports. It can help us stay lifted in postures that we're hinging out of center, coming back in from, all those kinds of things. So again, if you need to, just keep breathing and work the breath lock practice, and you would stop here. If the lock was available, please continue if you would like. So coming back, hand to heart, hand to belly. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, navel lock. Now inhale, and then exhale. We're going to hinge forward without collapsing. Inhale, get a little taller. See if you can have that lock lift you a little more, crown to the sky. Exhale, and then hinge back up and release. Take a big breath and let it go. One more time. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Contract that navel center up and in, and breathe as you hinge forward. Exhaling, hold that lock, breathing in, and then exhale. Let it help you lift back up to center and let it go. Release your hands, release your breath, release the belly. If you've been holding for a while, you want to just counter that by just letting it go. You can even stretch through the belly if you feel like you've been holding. So hugging the shoulder blades, open the chest, and then exhale round. And just play with that for a while. So taking this a step further, we're going to add the upper body. So what we're going to do is raise the arms in a moment. And that's going to do is add more weight on the core as we use that lock to lift us back center. If we're hinging, we have from here to here, we're lifting back up from our core. If we're lifting arms, we're lifting a little further away. It gets a little more challenging. So if that's available, we're going to start by cultivating the proper alignment in the shoulders. So I want you to bring your arms shoulder height, relax your shoulder blades down your back, almost like you're tucking them into back pockets. And then if you have tight shoulders, maybe bring them into a V, because we're going to be lifting the arms up. And sometimes this is what happens. I say if you make the face or take space away from somewhere, you don't want to do that. We always want to cultivate space. We don't want to take it away. So either the arms are just in this U, right? Straight shoulder, straight out of the shoulders. If you know you have tight shoulders, bring them into the V. Find some space for your shoulders and your neck. From here, keeping the shoulder blades down the back, lift the arms as high as you comfortably can. And then exhale, lower them again, shoulder height. Again, lift them up. Exhale, lower. And this time we're going to lift them up and pause just for a moment and see if you can bring your biceps in between your ears, your ears in between your biceps. And then we're going to lower them down and all the way. So now that we have the proper alignment, we're going to step into putting them together, combining them. I wanted to do both because sometimes when we lift the shoulders and we go right in, then all sorts of misalignments and crunching happens. And I'd rather go slow and controlled to give you proper alignment that you can take into the future of your practice rather than rushing into something that we're not ready for. Okay, so now that we've got the components, we're going to put it together. So arms come shoulder height, again, coming into that wide V if you know already that you're going to need that space as we lift. And then we're going to lift the arms, take a big breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, find that lock, lift you. Make sure the shoulders stay down the back. Inhale a little taller, exhale, hinging forward, not letting the arms come forward, keeping the spine strong and straight. Inhale, maybe the lock lifts you a little bit more. Exhale, stay. And then inhale, swing it on up. Let that lock lift and help you. And then exhale, bring the hands back to the center. Take to your heart. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting the belly just relax. That might have felt easy peasy for you. That might have felt like a lot. If it's a lot, be mindful. We're going to try it again. So arms shoulder height. Again, take the V if that feels better for you. Swing the arms up, shoulder blades descend. Inhale, lifting, lock as you exhale. Inhale a little taller, hold that lock as you hinge forward. Take another breath. Exhale, stay, shoulder blades down the back, no rounding the spine. And then inhale, lock, lifts you back up to center. And then exhale, hands come home to your heart. Breathe in through your nose, expand the belly, let it open. Belly back and sides, exhale, release. Good. And then release. So that is something that can take you into other parts of your practice, into standing postures, into arm balances. If that's in your future, it might not be, and that's fine if it's not. But this is a practice that can help us cultivate energy in the body to help us lift. Yes, we're building muscle strength, but we're also cultivating energetic engagement as well. So go easy if this is new for you. Again, if you felt lightheaded or you were holding your breath in any way, just drop it and just go back to a breathing practice. That is the foundation for the locks. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please leave comments, whoever you are. If you have anything to add or any questions, please leave comments. We learn from each other and lift each other up, just like our bandhas lift us. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.